Alright, 7th graders, today we're going to review one-step inequalities and add on two-step inequalities. On your one-step inequalities, we're making a foldable, and on our one-step inequalities, we have positive and negative, so adding and subtracting. We have multiplying and dividing. And then for our third step, we have two-step inequalities. Now, none of these are any different than equations. So solving one-step equations and solving two-step equations are the exact same as solving inequalities, with the one small exception that if you multiply or divide by a negative, you have to flip your inequality. So, if you have a inequality where we're adding or subtracting, we are simply going to do the opposite operation. And solve and graph it. So, if we had x plus 7 is less than or equal to negative 4, the opposite operation of plus is minus. So we would have x is less than or equal to negative 4, take away 7 more is negative 11. Alright, moving on. If we had x plus 4 is less than or equal to 2, we would subtract 4 from both sides of my inequality. X is less than or equal to 2, take away 4 is negative 2. And similarly, if we have x minus 2, the opposite is plus 2. So I have 7 is less than x. Alright, if we have a multiplication or division inequality, we, again, do the opposite operation. Remembering that if we multiply or divide by a negative, our sign flips. And again, we solve and graph it. So, if we divide by 3, because this is multiplied by 3, the negative 15 doesn't matter. What we divide by is what matters. So x is greater than negative 15 divided by 3 would be negative 5. Our sign does not flip because we divided by positive 3. We divided by positive 3. On the second one, x divided by negative 2, we would multiply by negative 2. The negative 8 doesn't matter. We multiplied by a negative 2, so we do have to flip our sign, and we get positive 16 for our answer. X is greater than or equal to 16. And for a two-step equation, we have to either add or subtract. Then we have to multiply or divide. Then we have to remember to flip sign if needed. So again, if we multiply or divide by a negative here, we would have to flip our sign, and then we're going to solve and graph. So, we add or subtract first. The opposite of minus 7 is plus 7. Always add or subtract first. So 2x is less than 20. Then we multiply or divide second. Divide by 2. I divided by a positive, so my sign stays, and my answer is x is less than 10. On our second example, again, we add or subtract first. The opposite of plus 8 is minus 8. So negative 3x is less than or equal to negative 1, take away 8 more would be negative 9. Now I divide by negative 3. I divided by a negative, so I do have to flip my sign. Negative 9 divided by negative 3 leaves me with x is greater than or equal to 3. Okay, you don't have any problems to work on, but you may want to retry some of these problems and make sure you definitely know what you're doing in preparation for tomorrow's class. Have a great night.